Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mize Academy. Special thank you to our $10 and up patrons. Whee! Christian, Grant, Sam, Ditzy, Jean, Ian, Ketchup Goes on Steak, the musical, and Milk Chunk. When we last left our heroes in training, Cass was no longer dead.
Yay! I'm alive again!
Welcome back, buddy.
After a successful...
He got good.
I don't think,
He got
he got better. I don't think he got good yet.
After a successful resurrection ritual, Caspian was brought back.
Oh,
Yes, and that too, traumatized.
Death will do that to you.
yeah.
Did that to you too.
That was.
I know.
He did.
That was the whole point of the joke.
Death with a capital D. Yeah.
It's okay, I
It's
got
been
a
a
cool
while since he
leg.
showed up.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, we're good.
I'm cool. That's good.
You then spent some time unwinding, processing, making some food.
It was a very slow episode.
It was,
Yeah.
but that's okay. After the episode prior, I think that was needed.
That is not a complaint whatsoever.
You then discussed next steps, and through reaching out in a dream, Eri was able to pick up on the hint that Melissa had dropped about where her soul was sent to. With the party splitting up, half of you, Caspian and Crow, going to go talk to Oliver, back where you had your first mission, while Eri and Elle go to the Arisian Concord to talk to Olive. That is where we return for tonight's episode. Welcome back. So, who wants to go first? All right, you're going first.
The book ends.
You go get...
Spoilers.
What?
The book ends.
That was such a stupid
Okay.
You are
Caspian and Crow.
Yes.
You board Graves' ship.
Wait, were we going with Greg or were we going with Isidore?
You're going with Isadora.
Oh, right. Stop that. You board Isidora's ship. Thank you.
I don't need that plus 18 insight. Sorry, plus 17.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't need that plus 17.
Yeah, how
insight.
dare you overestimate his abilities like that? Gosh.
Okay, he usually rolls high enough that it doesn't matter.
That's true. Freaking roll a 30 every other time he rolls.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's very hot. Please be careful.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So, she is not familiar with it, but she's able to find it pretty quickly.
Cass will be able to give her,
Yeah.
directions.
They have
on the
maps
map. Yeah.
on their ships. And as you arrive, Caspian, you are used to this site as you disembark from the ship. Crow, this is your first time seeing it as it's not zombies, it is skeletons specifically.
Yes.
Skeletons are a vibe.
There are a lot. There are, in fact, it's been a month.
Since I was last there?
Yeah, a little bit
think-
less. It's been a few weeks. But they've made good progress on the temple.
Nice.
It's almost completed. They're laying new roof shingles. And you see a group of 20 of them working on or securing scaffolding around the temple
She kind of like skirts around the crowd and is kind of looking at them as they work, and at one point is trying to like look into the face of one, see if there's like glowing eyes or
As you
any kind
do-
of animation.
As you do kind of like look in one's face, it kind of just goes,
Kind of like knocks a little bit, wiggles the jaw, see if it falls off.
They actually have personality.
Yeah.
I apologize for my friend's behavior. Could you point me in the direction of Oliver? Thank you. Rock, paper, scissors. You might actually have to teach it.
make an intelligence check.
Flat.
Yeah.
Oh man, intelligence. That is a
13? You kind of get the gist across.
13. Yeah.
It's repeatedly like often doing too many or too little. Doesn't quite grasp what it is, but like by the time you're done, you kind of spend like a minute doing it. Just
Yeah. Yeah. She will finally move on.
Yep. You are pointed in the direction of the tavern.
Okay.
And do you go and join him?
She falls.
Yep.
Well, yeah, Cass would wait until
Yeah.
Ro is done with her fiasco.
You run into Oliver as he is leaving.
Okay.
With a
Entourage of skeletons.
no, well, there's like one
Okay.
carrying a box, and he's also got a box in his hands. Appears to be some of the stuff from his room, or specifically
His old
from
room?
the attic
Yes.
area. Oh, hi.
Hello, Oliver. Cass, by the way, has his helmet on.
How are you?
I have been better, but I have also been worse. I actually have come to ask a favor of you.
Oh, yeah, of course. What do you... Here, and kind of puts the boxes down, and the skeleton behind him does the same.
Do you remember the paladin that is part of our group? Airy.
Airy, yes, yes.
We need some help. This is going to sound odd. But we need some help finding her soul. It's trapped in a jar. Not all of it, just part of it.
Okay.
We need some manpower. We were hoping that perhaps, given that you have an excess of it, you could
I do.
lend us some.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay.
It's not going to be a high DC, but...
Just in case. I'm going to use an inspiration for that. I mean, on the low end, this is persuasion, that's a 10, but, still.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better, 14.
14. Yeah, when would you need it by, and where?
As soon as possible.
Okay.
And we are currently attempting to find the location. It's not exactly on a map.
Okay.
It's
The
part
general location, but there's a teleportation spell involved with the soul, so there could be a radius
Got
of
it. So it's
maybe a couple miles.
I'm a little bit familiar.
Yeah.
As you recall, the sigil that had summoned the Pale Beast was a variant on the teleportation spell, so
Yep.
I see. Okay.
We do have transport, so it would not be an issue to transport.
Instantaneous.
How many can they carry? Can your transport?
At least a dozen.
Isadora! I assume Isadora's not far behind them.
Not far. Yes.
How many of these fine gentlewomen? I'm not paying attention enough to the differences. How many skeletons can we fit on the ship?
Do
you
they
think?
need to breathe?
They don't need to breathe, do they?
I want to see a ship crammed with the ceiling.
No. They do have a sense of comfort, though. I don't need to breathe, but I do think they appreciate their space.
How do they feel about being crammed for about a minute and a half?
Considering that most of these guys were buried, I think they'll be okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. They don't need to breathe.
How many's he got?
Would you come here?
Why don't I just go?
Yes, if you would iron out the
Walk out.
details with her,
Yeah.
that would be preferable.
As he
As-
starts to go out, Crow kind of catch Cass's arm, holding him back while they keep walking.
He will stop and turn to Crow. You alright?
Yeah, never mind. Let's go.
What?
Make an insight check.
Insight. Pff, that's only 11.
Would you like to use an inspiration, good sir?
I
You gonna
mean,
use them all now?
she's not the best at hiding things.
Would an 11 be
Make an
able
intelligence
to...
check.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It is a 5 on the die, so 4.
4? Okay.
The charismatic crow, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
You realize that she's kind of been like lingering nearby you for a while as if she's had something to say, and she saw a moment that she thought would be good, and then she realized, no, this is not good enough of a moment. So she's quickly trying to just like, okay, move along, find the next moment.
Is she like trying to pass by him and go to his door?
Yeah. She kind of starts walking.
He will Uno reverse, grab her arm. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say this in a more natural way, like sitting casually as if like we're just chilling or whatever.
All right. Follow me. And Cass
We don't have to do
will
this now.
walk over to the lake that they fought the zombies at the first time.
Sure.
And he will plop down by it.
Yep.
Sit down. Yeah. I was just gonna say, I still get nightmares from what happened, both leading up to it and when I woke up again. And, I pretty much don't let myself sleep anymore. I don't have to every night, so I just avoid it when I can. But, I don't know where I'm going with this. You're not the only one,
Cass will take off his helmet and put it beside him. You're talking about when you died.
Yeah. I was gone a hell of a lot longer than you were.
Yeah, I can... I don't have to imagine as much now, but
I think you get it.
I can't imagine being gone for that long. Sorry that you had to go through that.
That's what it is.
It's scary.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I did see the moment over and over again as I dreamt.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't always get better either. Dreams have a way of doing that.
it's weird because I've seen things like that before.
Scene.
Kataios, when he was able to invade my dreams, he would show me what he would do to me or my family. But it's somehow worse because I replayed in my mind something that did happen, that I experienced. And, I'm not gonna lie to you, it sucks. And, it's very fresh. I will get over it. I'm sure. That is what I signed up for.
I'm gonna be honest with you, you don't just get over it. Look, I still get them years later. I'm still haunted by it. But hell, at the very least, you got friends that are actually there for you. You got people who actually get it and can stick with you. I didn't have that for a while, and it was hard to see much point in existing. I'll say the school's made a difference for me personally. So just don't forget what you have, you know.
I'm glad that that things have gotten better for you. And I hope that they continue to. And you're right, I do have people that are looking out for me. I owe you 3 now.
We're not tallying it.
I know.
You know, we still have a game to finish, right? I'm still gonna beat you.
I'm sure you will try.
You gotta keep your head in the game for it. I'm not gonna beat a sore loser.
Believe me, if you beat me, I will not be sore about it. You have proven yourself time and time again to be very good at what you do. I know you don't like talking and the mushy stuff, but I appreciate you, Crow. And
Yeah, right, it's getting too sappy for me now.
he will grab her and yank her back down, and I am glad that I have you by my side.
You seriously save your sap for someone else.
No, because you deserve it. And I'm not trying to get at you with this. I'm serious. You are a good friend. And I'm thankful that you are part of my life.
Yeah, well, whatever. She'll get up again. Look, we can keep solving a mess or, I don't know, stuff the skeletons in the ship with me.
Hey, Crow.
What?
It's okay to be vulnerable and real with people. With yourself. I know you like to put on this tough act, but you know that it makes it harder for people to be there for you too, right?
Maybe. There's not really a place for it, you know. You clearly need it more than I do.
I definitely need something. But that does not make me care any less about when you do too.
Is it the snack? Do you
Always.
like the snack? Okay, good.
Cheese!
Cheese!
Oh,
No cheese? Okay. But I do, Crow. I know that talking is not something that you particularly like to do, but I really appreciate that you tried to find the time to talk with me.
yeah. Figured I'd at least give it a shot, you know. So elbow him.
He'll, like, because he's still sitting, he'll just punch her in the thigh.
You gonna start that game?
Seems to be one of your favorites. We can spar later.
Aren't you too adorable?
Thanks.
Am I not eavesdropping for once?
You're using my ship.
I'm not in your ship.
I don't
Yes.
think there's anything we can do to stop her.
So how many skeletons you fit in your
All of
closet?
them.
Wow.
Can I see?
By all means, I'll be right behind you.
They're kind of like, you can kind of see the ones Oliver has gone over and is directing them. They're just kind of climbing down the scaffolding. He does call over. One of them is spoken for.
Oh,
But-
yes. Tea
Yeah.
parties.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Um,
His daughter has taken a particular shine to one of them.
Huh.
As I said, they've developed personalities.
but all the rest are, and there's like a good like 30.
Coffee's better.
Before they leave, Cass will quick run to the tavern and grab a couple drinks. One for himself, which will probably just be like tea. And then he'll
I
grab.
don't think they're gonna have tea ready.
No, okay.
They don't have. Do they have to
well,
go
but-
mugs?
Like you could get a
Cass could buy the mugs from them.
that is absolutely true. Like, but think about like what they'll be able to like literally just give you before you go.
I think it'll
Nothing
be
that
like a
requires
bottle.
tea.
Okay.
Do they have bottled tea?
Do they have coffee all ready to go?
Like a cold coffee.
All right, how about some moonshine?
This is a pseudo-medieval / Renaissance style bar.
One from
tavern.
1 to 100 real
Cass
fast
will
there.
grab himself a water
Yep.
and a shine for Crow.
Do you get more than a shot?
I guess just whatever's the
Please.
standard size.
Please say
For
yes.
for Miri and Shine, you start with a shot.
Okay.
Please say yes to more.
I love the idea.
I'm a
Cass
party
would
with some
probably
skeletons.
Cass would probably be like,
Skeletons.
"Can I have a cup of whatever your strongest drink is?" and hold out like a beer mug, and someone would be like, "No, you can have a shot." That's it.
Cass doesn't really remember when he drinks some because he just
No,
blacked
he,
out.
he remembered some of it.
Yes.
Just not all.
It
L
was
was the one
L
that
that
L-
blacked
L-
out.
All remembers
blacked out.
nothing.
Yep.
And he has not had a sip of alcohol since.
But Cass remembers that drinks don't work as well on Crow, so he will
You're
get you
given
something
like
strong.
they're able to fill up like your flask, which you have. Like you probably got a water.
Cass has got
skin.
all his.
Yeah. So they fill it up with
adventure
water. They give you a shot with like a makeshift lid, so you can bring it over without
Crow's heart
spilling.
doesn't pump, right?
gear. No.
You don't know. You haven't checked.
I know
Only
her heart.
one who does
I know her heart is
whether or
ice
not-
cold, but I'm asking if it pumps.
You haven't checked.
Okay.
You don't
There's
have a
one
heart.
character who knows whether or not, but they haven't said anything yet. So,
Really?
Why
Only
not?
one?
yeah.
Kari doesn't know?
Oh, he knows.
So that would probably make 2.
Okay, fair.
Yes.
I was talking about the instant party, immediate
Okay.
party. Gray would also know because
Yes.
he's a her
So-
doctor.
Multiple people know.
Okay, well apparently you guys don't.
So it's just Cass and Elle that don't.
Pretty much.
Wait,
it.
no. Actually, you do know because
Cass knows.
you played a prank on Caspian earlier
Right.
in the school year
Right.
and pretended that she was dead.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, we
No, that
pretended
was a
that she was
zombie.
turning into a zombie.
Right. And
Yes.
you checked, and during that, there was no heartbeat.
Yes.
That's right.
It was
Did
one of the
he?
things
Yes.
that you checked.
I do remember that.
Oh,
But
oh my
I feel
God.
like that would be hard for him to remember like clearly
Yeah, I don't-
because there were so many prank things
Yeah.
going on.
Oh, no.
That's true. He
Like
also
there could have been some kind of magic.
he was also very frantic in that moment.
I'm low-key just asking because I know it makes sense why Crow doesn't get drunk then. The alcohol doesn't move through the system. Because there is no
I
system.
mean, that's possible.
It like magically
She still
functions.
poops, but only
Wait,
when
girls
she eats
poop?
food.
You have a daughter.
You know very well.
You know very well.
So how it's you have a daughter as if it is not also yours.
Yes. Well, I know it's mine. I birthed her.
I know.
Well done. We know.
I think the phrase would be, we have a daughter.
Oops.
Anyway,
Cass will
as you
return
are
to the ship and
herding the skeletons onto the ship,
Don't hurt them. Oh, hurting.
You tried to save from that. You tried so hard.
we turn back to Elle and Aerie, who have taken Graveship to Eris.
Woo.
To the Cerulean Concord.
Yep.
All right.
A place that the two of you are familiar with.
We are.
I do not believe Grave has ever been there.
No, he was there
No,
to...
he picked you up.
Yeah, pick Aerie up for Elle's birthday.
But he's not been inside.
No.
And he's not going inside.
Huh?
He's gonna wait out by the gate.
Why?
You...
Our job is not to... Do you think that a fight is going to break out?
Not currently, no.
That is why.
If you wish to see inside,
I am perfectly fine.
then... Would you mind... sending her a quick message to let her know we're...
I could.
Or I will just go
We are
surprise her.
literally right here.
Okay.
That
So,
was like 3 seconds away from yelling inside the Concord.
Aerie... No! Please, it's a library.
Oh. So I should be quiet. Okay.
that's a big ask from him.
Elios's inside voice.
Thank you. And Aerie goes through the front gate.
Yeah, you are welcomed in. They like, you have like a little badge thing that they check.
Yeah.
Just for the, shapeshifter.
Yeah, she's
shapeshifters
wearing
are
her
thing. Yep.
her typical robes.
Anyone?
And she has he's with me.
They've seen it a few times.
Yes. And I guess they go kind of down the pathway up to Olive's.
You find she is not. It's fairly simple to find her. She is not in her office. She is in the more general archive room, sitting across from a goblin.
You better do that accent, boy.
Good luck.
Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. He's currently.
Beeline. You're a goblin. This is... what's your name?
Aerie approaches and
Feel
kind
it
of
in your throat.
knocks on one
Take
of
your two.
as she kind
Worth
of
it.
sees their mid-conversation. She knocks on the edge of one of the bookcases nearby.
Oh, Aerie!
Hello.
This is a pleasant surprise.
Yes, and hello, Archivist Paris.
All you have to do is talk like a lemon pepper, and you will be fine.
You can just nod.
Eddie,
Fine.
it is so good to see you.
There you go.
That was bad.
As well.
Oh, do you work here as well?
Yes, he's.
Yes, for many years now. That's not French at all.
That's okay.
That's okay.
It's devolving
You do it.
into vaguely Spanish.
Would you like me to take over as a parody?
No, if anyone's going to do it.
This is true.
Talk with your throat and just throw the words out there because you're a goblin and you don't care.
I mean, you are the character, so you could just take over.
Wow, that was like a French-Scottish accent right there. That was pretty interesting.
It's a goblin. He picks up things from places.
Do you have a minute to talk in private?
Of course. Yes. Paris, you can, if you wouldn't mind entertaining Alios.
Oh, but of course. We shall have so much fun together.
Oh, good. What can you tell me about magical teeth?
Oh, I will not tell you. I will show you. Come here. Come here.
Take an inspiration.
I will not tell you. I will show you. That is terrifying.
I was like, "Oh, I got a lead on the tooth. Let's go!" I was so excited.
You're about to see some weird artifacts.
Oh, Al has no idea what he's in for. It is very much the wrong thing.
Olive takes you aside.
I was able to track down Thalion and Melissa.
I see. I take it did not go particularly well.
It went...
Wow, the understatement of the century.
No, it did not. It could have gone much worse. He killed Caspian. He's alright now.
I see.
So I guess that's one vendetta he's able to check off of his list.
Oh, he just killed me, but I'm better now.
But Melissa helped me. She sent my shadow, along with whatever else was in their bag of holding, to my village. Or at least attempted to.
I see.
So I am here to ask if you have any information about it. I don't...
About your village.
Yes, about where it is. I know vaguely that it is somewhere between the first split of the stem, but that is a very large area. So, I don't know if there are records from when I was brought here.
There are. I would be able to give you the location. But
You are right.
are you sure? Ari,
Were you there?
not at first. Afterwards.
Why would you have gone there?
There was word of a powerful artifact. We didn't find it. But they wanted to give it our best shot.
Can I make an insight check?
Go for it.
Go for it. Man, if only you had a bard there to give you an bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
You wanted to talk about teeth.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm loving it.
That's an 18.
Never mind.
Should use green colored dice. Olive has a green vibe in my mind.
I'm using these ones because it's Eris. I need to bring up our character sheet. Yes,
We have inspiration if we need it.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Plenty.
I don't have a character sheet. That's fine. Charisma is not particularly high. What'd you roll?
18?
18? She rolled a 10 on the die.
Okay. Is there more she's not telling me?
Yeah.
What aren't you telling me?
I see what it is.
Olive, I need to know.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, the low riz. The low riz makes persuasion check.
You got this. You got this. And even if you don't, we got tons of help.
A
That is a 0.
All right.
Almost a nat 20.
So, 1 inspiration, right?
All right.
Okay. Do you have any more?
I have 1 left.
Okay. I don't need these.
That's a 7.
All right. That go again.
Okay, that's a 10.
It wasn't told about to die.
Yeah. Get for
It's not really gonna get better than that, my dude.
One more.
Okay,
I'm
use-
invested. No, use the last one. I can get more food. It's fine.
I will use mine. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Is I need to.
Oh, my inspiration are bad. Got it.
No, it just needs to be a personal sacrifice.
I see.
However, if Elle wanted to look over and see that Ari looks a little bit concerned and just
we're not
give
far.
a subtle...
That's my draconic.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little sweet melody starts playing, or he starts humming it. You can roll
Okay,
twice.
that's good. That's good. Okay, so it's a 7 minus 2, 5 plus 16 is a 21.
He was 20. Because without the bardic, you had to get a nat 20.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Man.
Did I say I love being a bard?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. I didn't know if you knew that.
The artifact is what drew the Concord to your village in the first place.
You weren't. So there wasn't just. Did my village burn before or after you arrived?
Before I did. And I was never able to prove it. But I have never been convinced that it started before Thalion got there.
Thalion burned my village. He killed them, Olive.
I am a scholar, an archivist. I do not deal in maybes. I cannot say for certain if such a thing happened. But what I can say is that if it turned out to be true, I would not be surprised. Which is part of why I fought to make sure he was not your only ward. What is technically the...
Yeah. Warden.
Yeah. He was not your only
Guardian.
guardian. And do you recall the scroll from which we were able to discern your new techniques?
Yes.
That is a scroll created detailing this artifact and the connections and abilities and arcane impact it can have.
What was this artifact exactly?
At this point, Alice has walked back over because he sees the visual expressions that Ari is currently giving off, and it's not good. It's not good at all. So he's back standing behind her, just being
Good
there.
thing Crow isn't here for this.
Yeah.
She wouldn't help.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Elle is
We'll work
silent.
on that.
Elle is silently
right
supporting
now.
her from where he can.
It is called an Altius beacon.
I feel like we should write that down, don't you?
Altius.
I think he's trying to tell us that we should write it down.
Okay. I've heard of that before. I've come across it, that name.
Gonna be good.
Because this was something that I distinctly remember us having a conversation about.
Was it the Altius beacon?
Was the Altius beacon. This was... I stumbled across it and Thalion forbid me from learning it.
Yes.
Can you spell it one more time?
That was
Altius.
A-L.
You spelled it wrong.
What are you talking about? Look again.
My notification doesn't change. Sucker.
Your notification's in the past. I'm living in the present. Flipping time traveler.
I mean, if you think about it, we all have and travel through
Reaches
time.
down to the pendant that she has on her belt. And kind of just absentmindedly holds it. And you said this was in my village, thought to be.
Yes. We found architecture depicting it in the village.
Is it a holy item?
It's not necessarily divine. Its power would be closer to primordial. But it is it is not dissimilar to a holy relic.
My mother was a cleric.
Are you thinking that your mother knew something about this?
Yes.
While not directly linked, there have been many who have seen or drawn connections between the Altius beacon and Iroi.
Girl, are you the beacon?
A new hand touches the beacon.
Yeah, I kept thinking all the time that she was talking about there's an artifact in the village. I was like, is Ari the artifact?
Yes.
All right, Princess Diana, the God Killer.
Phone.
It's not phone.
Phone.
All right, that's 3 of us so far.
4.
4? Wait, which
no.
one was 4th one?
No.
That
no.
is 3. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't gone.
Yet.
Great.
I'm gonna freaking call you and make it happen.
Do it.
Olive, I think Thalion killed my mother. Hers was the only body that wasn't burned.
What do you mean?
The memories are hazy. But I woke up when the fires started. She brought me to fountain or pool?
Make an insight check.
18.
Olive's eyes kind of go a little bit wide at that.
She covered me with her body and we went under the water together. I woke up
Do you know something?
dry.
Hang on, Eddie. Don't relive the pain.
No, I need to process.
The fountain is where we found the most prominent architecture depicting the beacon. And there were no bodies in it.
I woke up covered in her blood. She was still holding me.
Like I said, I did not. The fires had long since burned down, but
Were there any bodies?
many.
Did you bury them? Did they get buried?
No. It
Wasn't your job to do. Wasn't the mission.
If I'm being completely honest, I wanted to leave as quickly as possible.
Do you think Thalion is still searching for this beacon? He was in Mire.
It's possible.
Yes, Elios.
What is this beacon and what does it do? Because I have no idea what this is. Or why it's important to anything or Thalion's plan?
The beacons are representative building blocks.
For the material plane.
For existence. But yes, the material plane. Each one represents a different aspect of the raw materials, as it were. Philosophers long ago thought that these shapes are what made up the different elements of the world that we live in.
L. There's not a thought in that head of yours.
I zoned out at building block.
You're the one who asked the question.
Quillen paper.
You're in the archive.
Yeah.
There is so
Ari
much.
Runs over to the desk where Paris is sitting and grabs sort of the loose stack of parchment and ink and quill, and starts sketching out the primordial symbols that we had talked about as a group with Crow and Cass
And the scrolls that you found?
and the scrolls that we found.
Oh.
These.
Yes. There's multiple of each, but there's 5 different types.
Water, earth, air, fire, light.
Yes. Light is... Yes.
The headmaster might know something about this too.
Do you want to talk to him?
Not right now. To go to the the village first.
And to answer your original question, it's not so simple. There are fragments that one is able to obtain by attempting to... Not dissimilar to the process of attunement. If you attempt to delve into one of the beacons and partake of its essence, it's not a very scientific. These are very ancient artifacts. There are fragments of power you can receive temporarily, but it is also believed that they have greater abilities and purposes, but finding those and using them is complex at a base level.
So they're power boosts based on or derived from what?
The elements?
The less power boosts, more...
Concentrators?
It's more akin to... You could use them as components in spells that are powerful beyond imagining.
Yikes. That's kind of scary.
There are theories that these predate the material plane itself.
Which material plane?
Either.
That is
The world before the world before the world!
quite a lot.
Are you saying that these are older than the world before Arklands?
There are theories. Again, I do not delve into these. I will not say for certain anything that I do not know for certain. But there are theories that these building blocks were part of what was used to create the material plane.
So if you take one away...
That's not an issue. It's... Think of Dio.
Uh-huh.
How many tools does he have as a
A lot.
blacksmith?
Yeah, several for several different tasks.
Right. If you were to take his hammer away, it doesn't do anything to anything he's already created.
No, but they can't make new ones.
Right. Oh. These are potentially primordial tools that could be used for a wide variety of purposes.
Like breaking down an old piece of armor and making a new one.
Certainly. Amongst, and each of them have their own areas of expertise, as it were.
What did the one in my village do?
The Altius beacon was connected to the element of water. Also to the concept of, well, of dreams. It's not a direct correlation to Eroi, but there's very, very old, predating the Age of Morning, of the Sea of Dreams itself being composed of particles that resemble the beacon. In fact, there's such a thing for all of them. The beacon that represents fire. There was an old philosophical belief that fire itself, on a fundamental level, was made up of these triangular shapes, and that the heat you felt was the pointy ends. Water was considered to be more spherical, not quite, but not quite so angular.
Tetrahedron. Is that right? No.
Tetrahedron is 4, which is a deep.
I don't know what that is.
This is a
Okay.
tetrahedron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pyramid.
Elle doesn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of that taken into account at some point. Can you tell us where the village is on a map?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was...
I know. It's okay. And I'm not saying that we're done with this conversation by any means. But we are on a mission.
Yes. I'm sorry. You're right.
You don't need to
I'll give you a
apologize. A map.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
Yes.
You really are a dad.
The forest between the rivers. That was the Elvish name for it.
Yes.
May I see also the records from when I was brought here?
Those are secured. And you have not reached a high enough level to be able to as of yet.
What level does she need to be?
I need to graduate from scholar. I need to become an archivist.
And a bit higher than that.
That's secure.
For that mission, yes. I have already told you more than I am technically allowed to.
It wouldn't be the first time, I'm sure.
So we should be.
Yes.
Wow, he's so smart.
He's learning. Character growth.
I-
Don't
He's
you
gonna
love
spill
character development of a stupid character?
Stupid character gets slightly
Thank
less
you.
stupid.
For everything. Would it be too much to ask for you to come with me?
You see her in conflict.
Olive.
Okay. She rolled a nat 20.
Well, good.
Nice.
Thank you.
Pretty much anything less than that, and she was saying no.
Let's go.
Amazing.
Oh, this is awesome.
Thank you.
Alright, let's get out of here before we get caught.
Oh, yes. Is this one of the days you're not allowed to leave?
I'm allowed to leave when I'd like.
That's true.
She's still rather hurriedly heading towards the
Oh,
exit.
we have to like go. Okay,
Yes,
cool.
yes.
Bye.
Goodbye, Elos. Elos.
Elios.
Next time, let me tell you about the gibbering mouth there in which it can create its own pairs of bars full of teeth. I will tell you all about it and where they come from.
That is okay, but you have a good rest of your day.
You do as well.
What a gremlin.
I love him! I like to think that he's Olive's research assistant that she just sends off to do the most random tasks that she does not want to do.
Yeah.
You need to go collect teeth? Excellent. Paris, go collect some teeth.
Oh no. That is a terrifying prospect.
The gibbering
So-
mouth there is an actual aberration.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, were you looking on stuff?
I looked it up.
I think.
Wonderful.
No, we have a roper.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Don't you do it.
What? Oh, really? No.
All right, so we
I am
hurriedly
sad.
go out. Ari
I went
kind of helps Olive, like, get her cloak on.
She skips it.
Oh shoot, she
Ares
gone.
grabs it for her and is just carrying it. You know, making sure you have your books, you have your staff.
Yes, let's go.
I think we just need to get out of here.
She doesn't leave very often, so I want to make sure she has everything.
Okay. Grave is kind of surprised as you. Oh,
Olive is coming with us. We need to go.
understood.
She can. Do we want to send a message or as we get on the ship, send a message or meet them there or go to?
We'll meet them there.
All right.
If you wouldn't mind, and there is like basically a holographic map that is projected that they're able to use to navigate.
Medieval / Renaissance / future tech.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
All of Cass's stuff
like
will
it.
one day be future tech.
Kelly tech is all futuristic vibes.
It's
like
very
Ancient futuristic.
yeah.
I like it.
It's Atlantis.
Yeah, makes sense. That was in perfect unison, by the way.
We
you'll
seem
know.
to do that. That, by the way, was the TikTok I put up during the last episode.
Wonderful.
And let me clarify real quick. The Altius beacon is specifically the water one.
Yes.
Okay.
Our
Wow.
boy.
Wow.
Do you have a?
Oh, boy.
You found out the name of the fire one.
We did?
Yeah, back when you were looking up those scrolls.
Cass was looking at a lot of stuff, but Crow didn't want him to look at
Yeah,
it.
but you have the
Crow
name,
hasn't.
so
Crow
you didn't write it down.
Yeah.
We have it recorded.
Yeah.
almost-
It's just
Yeah,
everything's on record.
because you're gonna go back and watch it.
Don't challenge me, because I will. Do not underestimate my research skills.
Fair enough. I'm just saying you might want to do that at some point.
What shape?
Of the beacon.
Oh.
A new hand.
The Albius beacon, by the way, is a icosahedron.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what
so
I was thinking of. I was like, it's not dodecahedron because that's 12 sides.
Yes.
Which one is Cass's? Because this is Earth.
Cass is the square.
Cass's. Yeah, that makes sense.
Goes in the
This by the way, this idea that I was talking about is a real concept
Yes.
in ancient Greek philosophy. Platonic
Fire burns because it's sharp and pointy.
You know, it makes
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
sense.
water flows
though.
because it's mostly.
mostly round.
Yes. When did you put
Earth
that
is solid because square.
And honestly, like, no, there was a legitimate like thought where it's just like, oh, the reason that you can like dig up Earth is because, oh yeah, you can stack it together,
It's Minecraft.
but you can, also
Shuffle it off.
shuffle it off,
they
and it
have
all slides
slide
against
and
itself.
slide. Interesting. The more you know.
Yep. Air also slides against itself, so it's this one. They're all like
It's
aligned
even more slidey.
like this.
Okay, see, now I want to look at the atomic structure of these different elements and actually compare them to what you're describing right now and see if they slightly correlate.
No, not at all.
No? Okay.
But it's an interesting thought, and I can do,
We take inspiration from this.
and it's magic, so yeah.
It's magic, so I can do whatever I want. Shut up.
And,
So you have all science,
fifth-
and then what can't be explained with science, I don't care, it's mine.
the fifth element is considered the ether, which is sometimes stated to be light, sometimes stated to be
The void.
Plasma.
It's less the void, but it is the void is closer. It's more about like the.
There is no life in the void, only death.
The ether was
Okay.
considered the basically air of the realm of the gods.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
So,
having both completed your missions, the two ships arrive probably about 50 feet out from the burnt remnants.
45 years later is still burnt.
I mean, it's probably covered in moss and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's still burnt.
But you can everything that you can see that was there.
Charred to a crisp.
Yeah.
crispy.
As
I
the
like
Yes.
my backstory
door to the ship
crispy.
opens, I imagine we arrived there shortly before Cass and Crow by like a matter of a few seconds.
few minutes probably for.
We get there at the same time.
No, because the message was sent. So
No.
We need the coordinates first.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
So what do you want to do?
Harry reaches down and grabs Elle's hand.
Okay. I'm okay with this action too. What's next?
And she grabs the symbol from her belt and kind of unhooks it. And she kind of just takes a couple steps, looking mostly towards the ground until she gets out of the ship. And very hesitantly just looks around. I think she starts to feel just this faint memories coming back.
It's almost like you can hear echoes, running footsteps, crackling flames.
She looks over towards what would be the eastern edge of the village. And she remembers her house being. Do you mind if I describe some of it? Because I've had this in my head.
She has built it in Tiny Glade multiple times.
Wow.
What are now mostly ruins of stone. Any thatch or wood has been long burned away. There might be a handful of tiny charred pieces or beams left, but most of it is gone, deteriorated with age. But there's blackened stone covered in moss. It's a very small village. It's more a large clearing. Mary looks over towards the eastern side, and there's the ruins of an L-shaped house.
Same thing.
Stone
I think the years
foundation.
since there would have been ruined and burned remains. Most of any standing pillars or foundations have been knocked over, so only the barest bones of a little bit of wall or foundation remain.
It's overgrown with moss and vines.
Roots having broken through in some places.
The clearing seems to have gotten smaller, noticeably smaller, over the past 4 decades.
However, as you look around, one thing stands out. In pristine condition, a fountain made from some kind of white stone, and water flowing through it.
Harry, what is that?
That's the fountain where my mother saved me.
Why is it still running?
It's magical.
You recall that when they found you, it was dry.
She doesn't. I think the first place she goes is her old house.
Purposefully staying away from the fountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of goes over
Elle keeps an eye on that fountain.
and walks through what would have been the front door. The stone threshold. Very worn. The foundation is definitely hundreds of years old at this point. She kind of stands there for a minute, remembering. This was my house. She walks over around the corner. It was small. Even if her parents were leaders in the village, it was modestly. I mean, the entire place seems very modest. Sort of your classical medieval style village.
Cottages.
Yeah. She walks over to sort of the smaller offshoot section. I slept over here. She kneel down and start pulling back some of the dirt and the weeds and overgrown things, just seeing if she can find anything.
This is the perfect moment to find a child's doll.
That thing's long gone.
Oh yeah. Elle kind of looks at Caspian and gives like a.
That's what happened with Poe's Village.
Make an investigation
I
check.
don't like anything about this right now. He doesn't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Instead, what he says is,
That's
Kierak's
a
awake.
natural 20.
Oh!
You don't find a doll, but knowing Aerie, you find a really nice rock.
She's like, oh my gosh, Rocky!
No, but
This
it's like
was my
it
favorite
is.
toy as a child.
It's kind of like it's very smooth.
It's almost white color.
Yeah.
Rubs off some of the dirt, the ash. I feel like it has a small point near one end. Almost like it was sort of carved or chipped in a certain way and then smoothed out so it would be safe for a child to handle. I think she just spends a minute.
Elle silently whispers, Kiera's awaken! So that he
Silently whispers.
pops outside. Yeah, quietly.
There you go.
Thank you. So that Kiera's pops up outside. So he's there, present.
Oh dear, why did you find me? I need answers. There he gets up and walks towards the fountain. She could just step over the ruined foundation, but she walks back through the front threshold.
She's an elf. They're Fae adjacent. It's what you do.
Yeah. She just walks sort of just zoned out from,
She's following memory trail right now.
yeah.
Yep.
Just the rest of you don't exist to her in this moment.
Elle kind of looks at Olive and Grave. See what they're doing.
Olive has not left the ship.
Okay.
She is kind of standing or sitting like on a bench right next to the ramp and kind of just looking out
Okay.
at it.
And Grave? Also on the ship?
No, Grave is just a couple feet behind Perry.
Are
What's
there
his-
any bodies around?
I imagine a little bit buried at this point.
A little
by
bit.
Plants and
Buried, most of them reduced to nothing but skeletons.
What is Graves' reaction right now? His facial expression?
Somber, to say the least.
Yeah, how, like, does this just feel uneasy as in, like, oh, you know, something bad happened here? Or does it feel uneasy as in, like, there may still be something bad here?
That fountain is on.
Mm-hmm.
it's magic.
Yeah. There's a reason why I'm asking
Would you
what
like to
type of
make
uneasy
a-
versus is it uneasy?
Here, I'll say this. Make an insight for vibes.
Insight for
Can I
vibes?
do it?
Vibe
Yeah,
check.
absolutely. You
16.
can absolutely make a vibe check.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Vibe check.
Vibe check of 16.
18.
13.
Between the you two, nothing here seems malicious.
Okay.
It just seems sad.
Okay.
The fountain is odd, but not like there. It's not in a something is wrong here necessarily.
Yeah.
It's more like something's off, but not as in like there does not appear to be any ill intent.
I think that Cass would want to check out the fountain because
change this music track, please?
this music track does sound very, very ominous.
It's kind of the you're wandering through a burned down village
true.
that has been there for 45 years.
Yeah, but that makes me think the bodies are gonna start, reanimating and attacking
If
us.
that
you do have a
were to
ship full of
happen-
skeletons.
I know. It'd be
If
hilarious.
that were
for
to
me.
happen, it's more likely to happen at Crow's clan. That's more the vibe than Ares.
Yeah.
Right, but
That's
I
true.
wasn't getting that with the music choice. I was getting, should I be checking every corner? type of
I
deal?
know a little bit. I was like, should I have Cass pull out his crossbow and just walk around with it at the ready,
Head on the swivel type of deal? Like,
clearing
geez.
rooms.
We need the slow, melodic, wow, this is depressing type of music. Much better.
You all make your way over to the fountain.
Yeah, Ares sort of just standing there, feeling the edge the stone is.
I would like to know what type of magic it is. Detect magic.
Give her a moment.
That's okay. You can do it.
To be fair, Ares mostly kind of just like she was
just-
before, semi-catatonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, detect magic.
Yep. If you sense effects of a magical presence within 30 feet of you, you can take the magic action to see a faint aura around a visible object or creature in the area that bears the magic. If an effect was created by a spell, you learn the spell School of Magic.
Okay. And does it penetrate through?
It's blocked by 1 foot of stone, dirt, wood, or
Okay.
1 inch of metal.
Does not appear to be magical.
Okay, interesting.
At least not the fountain itself and not the water.
Probably.
Ares going to walk around the fountain. Walk around it. Just kind
We
of
had fun.
running her hand along the stone.
You can make a investigation check.
Can I help?
You can make your own.
19?
12.
I want to say that Cass will try it because he sees them doing it. But it's not going to be better than 19.
It is oddly clean. Like,
No blood.
not only is there no blood, leaves should have fallen into the fountain or onto the stonework on the edge. Things should have grown around or through it.
And is it like a fountain where it's like up like that and the water's flowing down, or is it just like sort of like bubbling in the center?
No, it is there's a large basin that goes around. It's like the one, it's not dissimilar to the one at Regent.
Okay.
And then
So
a
like a
large
stone
central,
pillar thing.
artistic, I don't know what the name for that would be, but
spout.
with large artistic spout in the center with multiple streams of water pouring out from it. And as you do look, you do see what Olive was talking about in the architecture. There are multiple places where
Icosahedrons.
you see an icosahedron, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is a 20-sided shape.
It's this thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Does Cass notice, like, the correlation between the scrolls that he was looking through and this
Make an Arcana check.
being everywhere?
Can I help him? Well, can I have Elle make the same type of check to see if he recognizes this? Can I use my Arcana for this, the charisma-based one?
You're trying to draw a connection, so for this one I would say no.
22.
You absolutely.
Yay.
Good, because I don't. That's 5. I have a negative Arcana.
If you're like trying to see whether or not the fountain was magical, that you could use your charisma for.
Oh.
It's like it's vibes based. When you're doing your charisma check, Arcana.
Ari, what do you know about this fountain?
It's magical. It's always clean. Never stops.
Make a history check.
Might not have always been that way.
Ari doesn't remember. Ari is conflating the memories from when she was like 3-4 years old
Okay,
with
that's
the
fair.
current thing. But I mean, I can make a history check. That's a 7.
Ah!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but Caspian, you're looking at it. The fountain itself is not magic.
Really?
I didn't get any magic detected from the fountain. How does it?
Some magic
Surely
you can't see.
How's it work?
Some magic you're not meant to know.
What does that mean?
You're being
Oddly
incredibly,
poetic.
incredibly cryptic.
It's not uncommon for her, but
It's what my mother would say.
She would tell you this?
She was a cleric.
To who?
I don't remember.
Eroy.
This was hers. It was a moon.
Mayurin, perhaps?
I thought so.
What shape is the thing that Aries holding?
It's a crescent moon shape and
Not the same as, not indicative of the
yeah,
beacon. at all.
and it has sort of nestled between the points a small gemstone, sort of just like set suspended there. I mean, it's connected, you know, it's metal work, but it's very fine silver.
I was gonna have a little bit of a smart boy moment here, hopefully, and he goes, Caspian, if the thing itself is not magical, could it be that something inside of it or below it is magical?
I mean, I suppose it's possible. I can't detect magic through something that's all that thick.
what did you say again? What did your mother say?
Into the fountain Elle goes.
He's like step.
Ares stops him. No.
No what?
Don't step in there. Let me do it.
Okay, go ahead.
And Aerie takes a breath and just steps up into the fountain and just...
Not particularly deep. It's maybe a half a foot of water. You step into it and stand there. The water is a little bit cold.
Do you feel anything?
She sits cross-legged and holds the pendant. Oh dear, I need to know. He kind of puts her hand against the pillar, the spout in the center, and feels the engravings on it.
Do you see anything happening with the magic?
Do I?
With detect magic up? No, it's a fountain.
No. Yeah. Why don't you two stay with her? I'm going to quick get all of this started on looking for what we came here for.
Good.
And as Cass is walking back towards the Oliver, who I assume has gotten all of his skeletons out at this point, I want to cast locate object just in case if it's close to us. It's probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cass will just give Oliver a rundown. Basically, I just want to make sure that we're not skipping out on the thing we came here to do.
Yes, that is
So,
important.
Cass will get them started.
We'll run that in
And
the
then
background.
return to,
Yep. Unless this goes somewhere, yeah. Which I'm
yeah.
getting. I'm getting some very strong. You are not high enough level to enter this area vibes.
Yeah, he kind of sorts the skeletons into groups of like 3 to 4, and basically sends them out in the like northeast.
We kind of like the hold hands and like walk forward.
Not
standing the
quite.
ground.
It's more just like small groups because he is
Bunny
familiar enough
system.
with the teleport spell to know that it's usually like in one of those directions as opposed to it could be anywhere in this
Yeah.
area. It's usually along one of these lines.
Okay.
But
That's new.
all I can think of is the moment from Spaceballs where they're combing the desert.
Yes, go in the
Yes.
desert.
Wait, found shit.
That's funny.
I think after like a minute or so of just meditating, Ari just sitting, Ari lays down.
Oh.
And kind of
Here she goes.
just submerges herself as much as she can under the water.
yeah, you kind of. It's very Ophelia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing myself as a toddler in like the kid water when I'm like trying to submerge myself, but it's
Yeah,
too
not
shallow.
quite able. Like
And so I'm
you're
doing the little
just the
crawl
top of your
thing.
face. You're not able to completely submerge, but
Kiddie pool.
Hey,
It's always warmer than the other pool. I wonder why.
anyways, I don't mean to interrupt your thing. This, I don't know, kind of reminds me of the fire tree back in Eric's. I was curious if there's some kind of water ritual involved. You've been working on that water magic,
Possibly.
or you can just continue your thing. She takes a few steps back.
Ari's still laying just on her back. And I'm gonna activate her elemental attunement.
okay.
And
Go and make a wisdom check.
alright. Alright. That's an 18.
Okay. It's almost like there's an echo as you activate your elemental attunement. Like how sound travels throughout a space and an echo is when it hits something and bounces back. Underground, there's as you activate it, and you're kind of immersed in this water. The water, you don't connect to the water itself necessarily, but it's like there's an echo from underground.
She sits up.
Anything?
Something underneath.
Underneath.
I was right.
Is that where the water's coming from?
It's not coming from the air, is it?
Well, yeah, I know that. I was wondering, like, where else would it come from? You can't, like, see the source, and it's not magical.
How do we get to it?
You'd assume that it's, underground, maybe. But apparently not a magical source unless it's
I
deep
don't
enough.
know.
I don't want to start digging on your whole
I
planet.
don't want to either. There has to be
An entrance.
a way.
Where
My
do
mother's
you
body
think it
isn't
goes?
here.
Is she supposed to be here?
She was in the fountain.
Can I search the fountain itself?
Sure. What are you looking
He's
for?
looking for a secret tunnel!
Secret tunnel!
Or
This is exactly what I'm looking for. Or a secret switch. Or
yeah.
button. Or some type of mechanism. Or item.
we're looking for that slot in National Treasure where he puts like the pipe, he breaks it in half, and just boop, boop, and the
Go
door
make an
opens.
investigation check.
Yep.
I will.
Aries
also
gonna get out of
make
the
one.
out of the fountain
Nope.
Okay.
and start.
Okay, you don't need.
I'd actually roll that.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to trick you. But
I think this is like the first time like she notices the bodies.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
And she's gonna kind of start making a loop. And just like glancing through them. She doesn't, obviously doesn't recognize them.
It'd be impressive.
Yeah. There's no features left to recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
You recognize one of them. It's Johnny Bones.
Oh yeah, that's Johnny. He was exactly 144 centimeters.
You gotta say it like the character from the one shot.
Which one? I've played so many.
The smart dumb boy.
Ooh, the smart. How do I do it?
Smart.
Minnesota. That's it.
Yeah.
I've just got to say Minnesota, and you get it. Oh yeah, I think right over here is Johnny. He's exactly 4 feet and 11 inches. I know that because one day I built a little frame and he walked under it and he had exactly an inch and it was 5 feet on the nose.
so anyway, back to this tragic backstory that I have. Ari, after kind of doing a general loop, is gonna go over to Grave.
Yeah, you don't even really have to go far. He's kind of just been quietly following him.
Would you help me bury them?
I already talked to Oliver about getting his help with that. There's quite a few,
Yes.
but of course.
I'm looking. My parents. My father. There was some. They were both higher ranking members of the village, I think. My mother was a cleric. She wore robes. They were white and purple.
Fortunately, I don't know that, but we can do our best.
My father was ranger, I think. Lots of furs.
You kind of look around and
Those are flammable materials.
there's
Yeah.
no identifying clothing or anything. These were unburied.
What kind of
Yeah.
rib shape did he have?
Yeah.
Honestly, even if they had any identifying jewelry, it probably would have been found by random passersby.
Looters, raiders, yeah.
Or even just birds.
That's true. No, that's true.
But she's just kind of not.
Kind of the definition of bare bones.
She's not really processing that there's nothing left to identify them.
Elle kind of gives Grave a look of like,
My mother's body should have been in the fountain. She didn't burn like the others. She bled out. The fountain was dry. I think Thalion killed her.
One more thing on the list.
But her body is not here. And she's just gonna take a deep breath and go towards Olive.
Olive is still sitting on the ship, just looking out at all of it.
Mary just kind of holds out her hand. And gives Olive's hand a little squeeze.
Are you all right, child?
No.
Good. No one should be all right looking at this.
I thought after 40 years it would be easier.
I don't think 1,000 years could make this easier.
Were there records of their names?
Not that we had.
Thank you for coming.
It's the least I could do.
We think there's something under the fountain. In your memory, was that checked?
We checked the structure itself. It was bone dry. Didn't find anything magical or anything hidden on it.
I'm going to go look again.
All right.
If we find something, do you want to know about it? If we find something, do you want the Concord to have it?
I think that is a decision better made by you.
All right. Thank you. And Ari's gonna turn and go back and try and investigate the fountain, looking for specifically a spot that would fit the crescent
Medallion.
moon shape, the medallion.
Okay, go and make an investigation check.
Bardic inspiration die.
All right.
Because the whole time L has been no more than 6 feet away from
Yeah.
Aaron.
All right, that's pretty good.
I feel like Cass is sitting back a little ways to like be there if she needs him, but
Yeah.
All right, so that is 28.
You can say with certainty there is no hidden compartments or any such thing on the fountain.
On the fountain,
perhaps
No,
it
but-
could be something where a particular condition has to be met before it will open.
What if it's
Full
on another
moon.
plane of existence? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Portal to plane of water? I don't know.
No, it wouldn't be a plane of water. It'd be the Sea of Dreams.
Oh.
That's
What's the
what this would
difference,
go.
really? A lot of water.
Well, there's a great deal of difference.
Does it taste it?
It's worth a try. You were about to say something?
With a 28, it has not been magically cleaned.
Someone is performing maintenance.
It looks more like it has been tended to.
Dun, dun,
It's funny 'cause that's actually my first thought. I was like, oh, somebody's coming back.
Someone's tended to this.
Someone who would put in the effort.
There's
Hey Trey,
Yes.
what's the range of the ability to see someone's challenge rating?
You have to be able to see them.
Okay. So hypothetically, if I were to look off into the distance and there was someone 2 miles away, if I could see them, technically, they would light up, right?
In theory.
Okay.
Try to use that ability to scout out.
Use it as night vision, why not?
It's more like, yeah, it could act as a makeshift heat vision type thing. Like, yeah.
Then I'm going to try something.
Okay.
I'm going to fly. I'm going to call forth the wings. I'm going to fly straight into the air.
Okay.
Several hundred feet up.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate the ability and I'm just going to scan the horizon. I know where
It is
people
dense
are.
forest,
Okay.
so you know, but go ahead and make a perception check. The advantage from the height and the disadvantage from the foliage
Cancel
out. So
Okay.
usual in that one.
I did.
Use your last inspiration.
He's got luck.
Nice.
Lucky. Give me advantage on the roll. Oh, wait,
actually-
they canceled out.
it does not matter how many instances of advantage or disadvantage you have.
So you
it
need to
is
use
all
your last
nil.
inspiration.
I would have to
you
use
have
the last
So
one.
that is actually a nerf to lucky.
That is a nerf. That's unfortunate.
Wow.
All right. All right.
Hey, it makes it a little bit less broken.
Yeah, like-
You have more charges of it. Shush you.
No, that was my last one. I've used all three
No,
today.
as in like in general.
Oh, I see.
It has been
I guess.
buffed as well. So
All right, last inspiration. No.
No.
That is unfortunately not the natural 20 that I would need for that to work. So,
a decent idea, but
I tried.
you are able to look out and see, see the glimpses of the little bands of skeletons moving through. You see your teammates. You see Grave and Isadora. You see Olive. looking very bright.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, what's olives?
Yeah, what is Olive's challenge rating?
What is her challenge rating?
Not challenge rating, but level 20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any lights that I don't recognize?
No.
Okay.
What was your total?
12.
Who would be maintaining this?
I wish I could inspire myself.
If it was the survivor of your clan, I would think they'd bury the bodies. You know? Why just the fountain? That doesn't make sense.
Sometimes it's more important. Sometimes leaving the bodies out to the elements is a way of burial in and of itself.
Is that a culture of your clans?
I don't know.
Well,
My
maybe
mother's
we can-
body isn't here. She wasn't here when Olive got here. Crow, I think Thalion burned my village.
Yeah, no shit.
Cass will nudge Crow.
Yeah.
But who is tending to this fountain? That is what I want to know.
I suppose we could always stake it out.
Well,
See if somebody comes by.
if they're careful or cautious, they might not come out if we're nearby. Just a group of people staking out at one of their common spots. You're sure it looks maintained, not like
Yes, I am
magical
sure.
condition?
Well, there hasn't been any magic cast on it, so I suppose the only thing it could be is physically maintained.
Or the trees just happen to miss, I don't know.
My mother was the one in charge of maintaining it.
Hello out there in the village. My name is Elios, and
Oh.
I'm here from the
I'm going
Mize
to
Academy with Eri Valo, looking for information about this fountain.
She's
Make
going
performance
to
check.
thwack El in the chest to kind of knock the air out of his lungs.
Can I use my sentinel to try and stop that?
Stop
13.
Yes.
13?
Yeah.
It's not as loud as it could have been.
Yeah.
This
They
Awful.
That's an 18 to hit.
it does, just barely, actually.
Just barely.
Yeah.
You're wearing your armor?
I am. Of course, we're on a mission.
Okay, whatever.
they wouldn't recognize me by that name.
I know, but someone might. Oh, that's right, they wouldn't. What is your name? You remember it?
I do.
I do.
Rana.
Rana?
Rania.
I kinda like Harry more, not gonna lie. It's easier to say. Do you wanna maybe leave a message?
Shout it.
Not shout it like a letter, you know? A little more graceful than yelling.
Use your voice, Eri.
You have a bad influence on me. And me? Ari just starts saying mommy in Elvish.
That is the most terrifying thing to hear in a thick forest. Just a young feminine voice just calling for mommy.
Yeah, that's
Very true.
That's
That
a
doesn't look
horror
good.
game. Like, oh shoot, I gotta get out of the woods.
I thought you said the vibes were somber. I'm scared now.
Emig, which is Elvish for mommy. Mommy, I'm home. Can you hear me?
Make a performance check.
Bardic inspiration.
Alright.
How many of those you got left?
Bardic inspiration? Let's see. I've got
Used 2 on me so far.
2 left after this.
Alright.
Is that cocked?
No.
I do have one inspiration if
I rolled
you
a
feel like
4
it's-
minus 2.
Alright, if you feel like this is
I
worth
want
it,
this answer.
So it was a 5.
I will
for the
give
bardic
you my
inspiration
last
die.
inspiration.
I appreciate it. Thanks, babe.
Yep, love you.
Ah, that was almost a natural 20. It was almost it.
Take my inspiration. One more. We're gonna cheese this.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Better.
okay, that's not terrible. That's a 16.
Bardic.
Yes, that's
Bardic.
13 plus 5 minus 2.
Oh, I thought that was an 18.
No. 13 plus 5 minus 2. So 16.
He's rolling dice.
Of course.
He's rolling
Who knows what's listening?
We have no idea,
Yeah.
but we're taking a gamble.
We're about to get a cliffhanger, that's for sure.
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Can I help in any way?
I think you already did.
Okay.
8. 10 minus 2. I need a 10, don't I?
Wait, what
Alright.
can we do?
Can I have advantage because I'm saying mommy?
Again, that could be more creepy than.
I was just saying.
Alright,
Bring out the monster. Let's go.
let's try something else. Are there any animals hanging around, particularly if they have a nest around here?
Okay, make a perception check.
You get proficiency in persuasion.
What?
Make a perception check.
Okay, fine. Jeez.
I can't. No, I'm not. I'm
13.
doing my own thing.
You get
Okay,
it.
cool. That gives me help.
What are we looking for?
We are looking for a perception of.
Could I get
13.
help from Elle shouting?
I'm just looking for like bird nests or like any kind of animal that might be present.
Yeah, I'd say there's a bird nest nearby.
Okay, is there a bird in it?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Yep.
Okay.
Mr. Snow White over here.
Yeah.
Right.
Conversing with the
And you know what? I love the idea that he learned it from his little sister.
Yeah.
He will reach into his pouch and grab some rations that he thinks might maybe seem edible to a bird and hold it up. Pardon me, but you can have this if you can tell me who's been maintaining that fountain over there.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I'm also
okay.
gonna cast light on the fountain itself.
Okay.
Persuasion, 24.
Let's go.
Kind of flutters. Lands in your hand. Kind of. Big head.
Big head. Are there any additional features you could tell me about? Or perhaps where Big Head comes from or goes to? When
Long
Big Head
feathers.
shows- I'm sorry, what was that?
Long feathers.
Long feathers?
Hair.
Long feathers all over.
Oh.
What direction does Big Head, Long Feathers come from?
Please don't be a beholder.
That was my
Big
first thought
head.
with big head.
Feathers could be its translation to.
I think it would
things
mention
that grow on the
eyes.
skin. Yeah, if it said eyes, that would be.
I'm thinking hag.
That way. Points in a generally west.
Okay. One last thing. How often and at what time, approximately, does Big Head come by? It's got to make an intelligence check.
Yes, it does. It's not high.
Oh no.
During the day? During the night?
Nighttime.
Nighttime. Every night? Every other night?
Often?
Often. I suppose that's about as good of an answer as I'm going to get. And Cass will take out a little bit more and give it to it. And just let it
Kinda
finish
just-
eating.
It kind of just picks up as many pieces as it can in its beak and flips back to its nest.
Yep.
Nice.
Starts feeding babies.
Yep. Cass will walk back to the group. When Cass does that, does he speak in English or does
You are talking English.
Okay.
No one else can understand what the
Common.
animal is saying.
Common.
Okay.
Oh, whatever.
Right, so somebody with a big head and lots of feathers comes by and cleans this often.
Now's not a great time for jokes.
I'm not joking. I spoke with the bird. It's something my little sister
You're
told me to do.
joking.
I'm not.
Spoke with a bird. I didn't tell you that.
It's a thing that I can do, alright?
Speak with birds.
This person or creature comes from the west. If we want to investigate, we can go that way, or we can wait it out and
I would.
see if this
Did I
person
get
comes
help
by.
from Elle also yelling or no?
I say we go check it out now.
I
don't know how
would
long
like
we'll
to
be waiting.
wait.
Well, maybe we can just split the party.
No, I'd rather us all stay together. These woods
I
can be
get all
dangerous.
expended uses of bardic inspiration back after a short rest.
Explain that to me in character. 'Cause otherwise,
If you
we're
want
going.
more of my
Why
magical
don't
help,
we-
I need to take a second.
Why don't we wait for the skeletons to find my shadow?
Yes, that is.
Or
Agreed.
We don't know how long we'll be waiting.
Well, you can always help.
pick a direction and start flying.
I'm going west.
If
She
I may.
starts walking that
Yes.
way.
Cass.
Oliver offered to help, but while the skeletons are searching, there is something we can do here.
Cass will real quick go over, grab Crow, drag her back. A moment first.
Crow, I do believe that you of all people here.
Yeah, I know.
Shall we?
Yes.
You spend.
Does Olive help at all?
Uh,
Move Earth?
That would be really helpful.
Yeah, I think she does a little bit.
I don't expect her to do manual labor. I expect
No,
her...
that's what Kyrix is for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kyrix digs a lot of 6 foot deep ditches.
Yeah, there's some helping with not
Yeah,
with
me
Move Earth,
too.
but with there's the
Big
like,
Bay's hand or the claw.
yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem willing to, unless pushed very hard. She does not seem willing to leave the ship.
Yeah. Aerie doesn't push her.
You spend the rest of the day.
Yes. Okay. I get it.
You are not resting.
Yeah, I am.
You are working.
No, Kyrix is working. I'm directing him.
We'll say you spend an hour resting intermittently, and so yes, but I do not believe that Elle would just sit back and watch Kyrix work.
No. He's not that lazy. Dio raised him better than that.
Elle's like,
If it was,
No, that's the thing is, in order for him to get a short rest, he has Kyrix do some of the work, and then he goes back and helps.
yeah,
Aerie,
And
you have,
Kyrix,
you have a lunch break in the middle.
Kyrix will periodically go and help people who need a break.
yeah. As each body is sort of put into the ground, Aerie says a prayer over it.
Grave assists and does some burial rites.
Yeah, and she just kind of, with each one, just speaks in Koi, says a prayer to Eoi, and then moves on to the next one. Just follows kind of wherever, as people are going into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, you spend the rest of the day. Oliver. Let me check the thing.
I'm gonna roll and find out whether or not he's found it.
I just need to check because it's. Oh. Okay, sure. Seven hours later,
Oh my.
Oliver kind of just perks up. One of them found it.
The bag?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right.
Mission complete.
Let's. Which direction?
Uh,
I think it was east.
it is. I'm double checking.
It was
Northwest.
Northwest.
Ooh.
All right. I think I can run faster than.
You're gonna go pick it up?
Just have the skeletons
It's
bring it back.
14 miles that way.
It's a ship. I'm not walking that.
The skeletons are all currently returning. And I cannot remember Oliver's voice.
That's okay. I can't either, so whatever voice you choose will be correct for me.
The skeletons are currently returning. They don't get, huh?
At work.
They don't get tired the same way, so they're gonna spend the next couple hours, 7 hours, just walking back.
All right. Well.
Probably a little bit less because they're not spending time searching now.
Do you want to hear what he sounds like?
Did you look up the video just to be able to tell what his voice is like?
I did. I pulled up the Pale Beast episode.
What an incredible thing we can do. All of our D&D shenanigans are documented.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Continue.
Yes. Well.
Unless there's something that you want to do, it might be a good idea to get some rest while we're waiting for them.
Yes. I can.
Are we staying here, or...
Well,
Grave, can I stay in the ship?
what do you think?
Yes.
Obviously.
I really thought there was gonna be sarcasm there. I don't
No, I'm going to make you sleep outside in a destroyed village where we just spent the past
Actually-
7 hours burying bodies.
Campfire. We're having a campfire.
No.
No?
No, thank
Oh,
you.
that... Okay, sorry.
We do want to watch out for the
I will keep watch.
bird feather man thing.
Mind if I accompany you?
You can stay nearby.
Okay.
Give her some space.
I asked her.
Is it dark yet?
Yes.
Yeah. Ari's gonna go up to Olive. Thank you for your help.
Of course.
If you need to return, you.
I can wait until you do.
Do you have any incense on you?
We left in a bit of a hurry.
I asked you if you had all your things.
I had everything important. Why?
I wanted to try and connect. I never told you about Lord Deer.
You didn't have to.
Eddie, what kind of incense do you need?
Any kind?
Any kind? Is incense more expensive than 50 gold?
No.
No?
We're talking like a couple silver pieces.
Boom! She has incense.
The incense you get from Five Below.
Last for how long?
Favorite section.
3 hours.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's enough time to burn
We
it.
need like an hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark that
Do
off.
you think Thalia knows about him? I tried to
Only in passing. He was. You talk in your sleep sometimes, sweetheart. Elves aren't really used to dreaming. They don't do a good job of keeping everything inside when they do.
I wish you told me that 30 years ago, but thank you.
Truthfully, it was fairly entertaining.
Olive for the win.
I love you.
Love you.
And Ari will go and in front of the fountain
Okay.
set up her
How? Because you can't sleep, and you can talk to Lord Ear and sleep, but you can't sleep and keep watch at the same time.
No, but
Elle and Kirix are keeping watch.
yeah, she has. Elle, would you mind keeping watch?
I don't mind at all. Kirix awaken. Calls him back up.
And Ari will step into the fountain and meditate there and try and connect to Lord Ear.
Okay, go and make a wisdom check.
Can I do it with advantage?
No.
Okay.
Oh, please succeed. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Do I get advantage because the vibes are right?
Because of the vibe, because this is where it all started.
This is one of the few times where I would agree that vibes kind of trump at the moment mechanics. And it's totally not because I want information about it.
Natural 20.
Yes! Thank you.
so,
I'm good today.
while...
Sorry.
What are you two doing? Are you guys just sleeping as usual?
Well, I think
Bro's chilling.
Cass
kind of.
will be willing to help take watch.
Okay.
So,
So I guess I'm just chilling.
I mean,
I don't think Elle would let you, considering the previous things that you have been through. Elle would...
Insist on you getting some rest.
Caspian, you need to go get some rest. I have Kirix. I'm not alone. I can handle this. I promise. And if there's any issue, I'll be sure to
scream
come.
really loud.
I will scream much louder than I did today.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I think Cass would be a little grumpy. In settling down, Cass would just be sitting there for a little bit like,
Well, that's a new look.
Olive just like baps him on the head with her staff at one point.
why?
Doesn't suit you. I mean, I know you're a pouty, snobby, rich kid, but
Dunk.
Ah, yes!
See, that one was deserved.
So is this one.
you're still doing it.
I can take watch. I'm alive again, aren't I?
Yes, and we would like to keep it that way.
Yes, so having my eyes open generally will help with that.
So does getting rest.
I hate that you're right.
Of course she's right.
It's
She's
Olive.
400 years old.
Heck yeah. That kind of
You
explains.
too.
Oh!
I'll do the best I can.
The old woman stare.
Yes.
Just like canary.
Her mechanical eye like moves and zooms in.
Oh my gosh, like Spider-Man's eyes when he looks
I was
at
going to
something.
say Long John Silver from Treasure Planet.
Oh, yes!
So
Yes.
yeah.
I want a live action version of that one.
No.
That was a good movie.
I know.
The aliens are too
so
stylized, I
beautiful.
feel.
Yeah.
That's true.
My initial reaction is no, but then you think about it.
Atlantis, though.
Okay. Like, both of them.
Anyway,
They would be
we'll discuss
great
this later.
choice.
We'll discuss this later.
There's
It's
a great
11:30.
no one could do it right.
You fall asleep and find yourself standing in front of the fountain, placed squarely atop the Sea of Dreams. The water of the fountain is that it's technically black, but it is
It's like this deep indigo, navy blue.
It's less of a color and
It's like when they slap a starry texture onto something in a game and like you move and it's just the same.
a little bit like that,
clear
yeah.
map.
And it is black, but it's also like, it's not black as in dark, it's black as in empty.
Void.
Almost opaque type of thing.
I mean,
No.
I think I can visualize
yeah,
what you're
it's
saying.
difficult to describe,
Yeah.
but
But you get
it's not inky black.
Right.
It is, but it is dark, and it is
It's almost like it's reflecting the area around it.
a little bit, yeah.
you get
Very surreal.
See through with no lights.
Yeah. Lordier steps out from behind the fountain. Brought something with you this time. Usually I'm the one conjuring things up.
Suppose I did. Do you recognize it?
Not particularly.
I'm back in my village.
Oh. And how are you doing with that?
Better than I expected to be. But she wouldn't lie to him.
She might let it herself.
Not better than I expected, but probably about how you would expect. Somebody has been maintaining it. It is pristine.
Any idea?
My mother. Hers is the only body missing.
That would certainly be something.
Olive said that the Cerulean Concord, Thalion, went to my village in search of an artifact. He Altius Beacon.
The name sounds somewhat familiar, but I can't recall from where.
There's a possibility Thalion burned my village. Olive said that when she was sent, she didn't specify how long, but a few days maybe later, to continue the search after I was brought to the Concord. My mother's body wasn't there. The fountain was still dry. I think there's something under the fountain. Spring, that's its source.
If I may, is this something that you would remember? Or would have known once upon a time?
Maybe. I don't presently remember anything.
Would you like me to help you?
Yes.
We could attempt to recover some of those memories.
Yes. Please.
Okay.
Does Elle hear one side of this conversation?
Bits and pieces.
Enough to piece together what's going on? To a degree?
She didn't say what he offered it.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
she just said yes.
Okay,
So
got it.
You're not really sure.
Yes to what? Oh, this is getting interesting.
Stop eavesdropping on her, dude.
No.
He offers you his hand, takes a step into the fountain,
And she follows.
and you both vanish into the water, delving down, deeper and deeper into the Sea of Dreams, the subconscious mind. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
No inspiration left.
No. This to the back.
12.
Total.
Okay.
8 plus 4.
Can I give her bardic inspiration?
She can hear you.
She can.
I think it's logical you would have given her one when because she makes a check to attempt to connect to Lord Deer.
Yeah.
So, and you may have already, I think it would have made sense that you would have already given
To give her one for that.
Alright.
And it just wasn't used?
Yeah.
Okay.
14.
You can roll twice.
Or
It's a check. Oh, wait.
it's a saving
This is
throw.
technically a saving throw. It can be a wisdom check,
Okay, it's the same modifier.
but it means that you can, because
Yeah.
the functionality of it,
Okay, that's much better. 19.
19. Okay. It's not complete. You remember being in your mother's arms on a bright and sunny day and asking about the fountain. She says, "Oh, it's not for you to know. Not yet. Once you're older, though. I'll tell you all about it." You remember your father's hunting coat, long, black, draped off his shoulders and down his arms, very useful for when he was hunting. Remember a ceremonial mask, like 2 crescent moons, back to back, which your mother would wear during rituals as a cleric. You remember the smell of wood burning. Footsteps thudding. Your house collapsing. Your mother crying. You remember the heat dissipating as you were placed in the water. You remember feeling uncomfortable because the water was too cold. You remember your mother standing in a figure barely out of sight. As what looked like a lash of fire sent her sprawling backwards into the fountain, blood seeping from a wound. As she crawled towards you through the water and held you close, the figure walked closer. And another lash of flame made some of the water boil. And all of a sudden, you didn't mind the cold. You remember your mother gasping for breath. She protected you with her body. You remember being pressed against her chest and feeling her heartbeat stop. And then start again. She lay there, bleeding, heartbeat faint but present. She weakly tried to keep hold of you as you were pulled out of the water and out of her arms. You don't remember what was said. But you remember your mother looking at you as you were carried away. Oh.
Hi.
Kidnap me.
From your dying mother.
We're gonna kill him.
Oh yeah.
As soon as Cass finds out that that's what happened, he's like, all right. I know there's like rules of combat and stuff like that. They're all gone when it comes to him.
Bitch had false memories implanted.
Ella's gonna hang him with his own
Just
whip.
fragmented ones.
Castle Hope.
The memory that you have always remembered was your mother's blood in the water around you.
Just kind of just fragmented bits and pieces together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you? What was Aries' real name again?
Raniel. Ranaio.
Raniel. Okay.
Raniel.
That is pretty.
Say it one more time.
Ranaio. Raniel. I think there's an accent on the second A.
Raniel.
Maybe the first one, I don't remember.
Make a perception check
Okay.
for yourself and
There's no
Kyrix.
accent in
Cool.
there.
All right. So for L, that is low.
Elle's preoccupied.
Yep. L is paying attention, and for Kirix, this is going to be nice. Also low. 9.
So you do not notice at all as there are footsteps in the water.
In the water. Okay, he doesn't notice. Next.
Because there's nothing visible there. Yeah. Just visual. The only visible thing is the rough shape of feet in the water. Being very careful to be quiet.
At some point, do I notice?
No, but Ari, you wake up. And a cloaked figure with a long, dark coat hanging off of her arms and a mask much larger than her face. Ania. And that is going to end tonight's session.
Yes! Let's go!
Haha, you are the only orphan now.
Oh my god! Why would you say that?
Wow, way to take the mood!
Oh my gosh! It's still early in the campaign, Eric.
Take your 4.
Oh yeah, that's 100% deserved. Wow.
Thank you all very much for joining us. and we will see you next time. Good night!